think it just went out. Quit recording for some reason. Well, I think a call came in or something. So the aluminum foil and pushing the antenna in, I was able to resolve the problem on the second garage door opener. And in my research, I found out that, I mean, they don't use like just one frequency. They have multiple frequencies, and they use them like a combination lock, you know, where these multiple frequencies have to send the command and get there all at the same time. Basically like parallel data. Modem, modulate, demodulate. At any rate, so the newer ones are supposed to have multiple frequencies to use as a combination, and they won't work without having all those. And so I'm surprised that it's bothering the garage door openers, the LED bulbs. But EMF, electromotive force, which is what they used to call voltage. Now they show it as a V. They used to show it as a E in Ohm's law. E over IR. R's resistance, I is current amperage, and E was electromotive force, that was voltage. Amperage, you probably have heard amperage is what kills you. Amperage is like the force that pushes voltage through. At any rate, EMF, noise, electrical noise, they'll put a choke on equipment to filter out, to make the that frequency tighter. So they'll choke off to make it tighter so it's not so wide. At any rate, but the multiple frequencies, using it as a combination, I would have thought that that bulb wouldn't have, maybe it's interfering with one certain frequency, but no, because I had a guy tell me his daughter's was going up and down by itself because of that bulb. And the chances of that bulb sending multiple frequencies like that, it seems kind of far-fetched, looking at it logically. But, so I guess the moral of the story is, this is Dawn. me see what we're at 8,000. We're flying level. I probably need to lean it out some more. Let's look at the exhaust gas temperature if I can. Lean it out. Exhaust gas temperature is 1470. Let's go ahead and go. Let's start backing out. I can hear it. That's about it. So let's go back in. Seem to be doing okay there. Wait, it's cold up here, gosh. I don't know what else to do to defrost the windows. I'm not sure there's another, way to do anything. But, so I would stay with, for your garage door openers, if you're having trouble, put the regular incandescent bulbs in it, and you might have to replace them more. But also, if you buy LED bulbs, a lot of these cheaper prices, like at your discount stores and that, they use a brand that's not going to last like they tell you they're going to last, and they'll start causing problems and they'll start flickering as they're having some troubles. By GE, General Electric, or Philips, they're supposed to be pretty good bulbs. And I was talking to a friend that he's an electrician. He installed GE LEDs in his house. He said they've been in there 10 years. He hadn't had to replace one of them. So yeah, GE or Philips, he said, was a good brand. Well, I don't know about as in this kind of weather, it's pretty flight, but it's definitely a little more challenging than this plane. This is Cessna 172. And I got 128 miles. I don't see anything red in the way. guess that's kind of pretty out there. The peaks. Back in the DSL times, and I have fiber to the prim here, but I used to have DSL that was, superimposed. It rode on top of the telephone voice frequency. Your voice frequency is about, say, like 3,000 hertz. And I've seen like dimmer switches. Electrical cattle fences cause interference with the DSL signal.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, contact Edmonton Center on 134.05. Good day.
134.05 Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha. Goodbye.
Yeah, it would, and then, it caused latency. Interfering with the frequency. And that was, it'd have to, because it does error correction. TCP, well, that's actually the signal rides on the phone lines, and but it had error detection, error correction, and so it would have it would have to keep sending the same signal, the same data over and over, because it was being being what's the word, scrambled, sort of just being interfered with, and not the right, it only takes a high-low, because it's basically 500. We're in the yellow there, but it takes, I forget what I was saying. But it would, I was going to say, digital data is basically highs and lows, a 1 or a 0. And if just one bit gets messed with, then it knows it when it does the error correction, and then it's got to resend the data, so it would cause slow speeds. Slow speeds are nothing to get through. So it's weird how that stuff can interfere. And with us going more and more and towards the Wi-Fi, wireless in the house, and the higher frequencies, like not cell phones, but your home phone, when they came out with cordless phones, well, I don't know about originally, but let's say I was familiar with 2.4, is it megahertz? We'll say it, 2.4 megahertz. Then they came out with 5 or 6. Well, the 2.4, the frequency is a lot closer together. I mean, it only goes up so high and then goes back down, and the sine wave. So those were less susceptible to interferences. But when you get these higher frequencies, they're much closer together. They shoot up higher and lower, and noise, their distance is less, and then they are more susceptible to noise. Like this 5G. Here the engine's slowing down. The 5G cellular, they should have stuck with the old one. I don't like the 5G, 6G, whatever it is. I don't like it. I used to get, the speeds were fine on the old cellular frequency. And they would travel farther and have less interference. So then the providers, the cell providers, they have to put in these new 6G or whatever antennas, and they have to put them closer together. To get coverage that the older, because you get less distance out of the higher frequencies, they don't go as far. We had like the 2.4, maybe it was gigahertz, 2.4 wireless cordless phones for your home, for a regular POTS line, plain old telephone service. I could go a lot farther down the block and still be able to talk on the phone. And as they went up to the higher frequency phone lines, cordless, I couldn't go nearly as far as the lower. I know, it's just telling me a lot of useless information. Good old technology. It's pretty cool though. When I was a kid, I was born in '57, and you didn't have cool stuff like that. They didn't have game consoles. The first game console I remember and that I got for Christmas was can't think of the name of it. It was made by Sears. And it was Pong, basically. Everything was Pong. And you put these translucent screens over your black and white TV. The color was out by then too, I think. But you tape them onto the screen and it looked green like a tennis court with the line, and then you just use the Pong and go back and forth. Odyssey, that was the name of it, Odyssey. That was the first game console I remember. I still have that. I wish it was worth a lot of money. I could be rich. And then the first internet, I had an IBM PC Junior and XT-AT. And we used modems, like Hayes Smart modems or something, and Prodigy. That was kind of like one of the first. That was made by Sears also. Prodigy, and it was a dial-up, and they had different things you could do on it. It was pixelated. Well, a lot of the games back then were all pixelated. I think it's funny that people like to play that game that's so. It looks like when I was growing up. What's the name of that game? Sim City. Can't think of it. But the graphics is terrible. It's all pixels, square pixels. Mine something. Minecraft. Yeah. I would enjoy that game. It reminds reminds me too much of the olden days of when they didn't have good resolution, high resolution. Everything was giant square pixels, and that's why I like these so much. I mean, this is amazing. I remember the first flight simulators. They were like Minecraft. $56K modem. 56K Hayes smart modem. And because my first one was, first I had bought, but the Hayes smart modems. You get 56K unless CN Digital like a T1 line is I think 24 channels, and they got 64K on each channel. And so phone line with analog, you could send a 64K was the bandwidth of a phone line, like coming to your house. And then if it wasn't actually shared, they had these Paragang circuits that some people could only get half that because they ran out of phone line and dial tone in these in certain areas, and the population grew, and so they would actually split the 64K signal in half, and they could serve 2 homes. Now in voice you didn't notice the difference, but when you went to like a dial-up modem, when those started coming around, a 56K modem would not be able to achieve, 56K, because it was half a 64, and so it would be more like 28K or something, and it was nothing wrong with the equipment or anything. It was just the signal coming from the phone company was broken off in half. The bandwidth. I remember when we got our first color television, and the first show that we watched in color was, I looked forward to, was Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland? Yeah, no, wait. Wizard of Oz. Wizard of Oz, because they colorized. That was made in black and white, and then they colorized it later. got these OLED. This is like, this one will go up to 40, it's the ultra high def. So the low number is 2160. The high def is 1440, the low number. So this one goes like 4096, 4096 by 2160, is that what I said? So that's the ultra high def is 4K. 4096 by 2160, I think. This monitor is an LG. It's a 55-inch LED, LG OLED, and it has a G-Sync, you know, an NVIDIA chip in it, and you can, the G-Sync keeps from tearing if it's actually got the hardware and not just software. They call it like variable sync. AMD calls it live sync. NVIDIA calls it G-Sync. But to really get G-Sync, you have to have, you know, the NVIDIA manufactured card. And then you also have to have the monitor that's capable of G-Sync to get the G-Sync. If it says G-Sync compatible, that means it's really live sync, which is the AMD, but they use software to create the adaptive sync for G-Sync, so it's not real hardware G-Sync, so it's not as good. But the communication from the graphics card to the monitor, sometimes it'll get bottlenecked, and the syncing, the G-Sync, variable sync, live sync, they're supposed to interpret that slowdown and then adjust how fast it's feeding the information to make it you know, obtainable. So and they call it tearing. You get screen tearing in your image. That's what this variable sync was made for, to try and keep from having the tearing. Oh man, That's funny. Maybe, maybe I was going into the wind. That's possible. I didn't think about that at first, but we definitely increased in speed. And our RPMs got up higher. My thing's got frost on it. The prop, the drive shaft here and the prop's not on. It's not geared. I thought that when I first found that out, I thought that was kind of interesting. I figured there was some kind of gearing in there that wouldn't require as much input to generate the speed on the pump. Our fuel getting low. Burning wise, 8.4. We've used 12 gallons. Got 16 left. We're burning 8.4 gallons per hour. So we got a little less than 2 hours. Large folks, so doing 98. So we got enough fuel. should go out and work on that fence today. I'm replacing my cedar fence. I had to replace 3 4x4 posts. Got the old, I set those yesterday. Let them cure, but I use that Quikrete, so they got some kind of kicker in there that it hardens. You know, like they say 40 minutes, but I mean, say 2 to 4 hours. It would have probably been fine, but it's been all night. It's a little cooler today here in St. Louis. Yeah, we got a tailwind, around going up to like a 13 knot tailwind. We'll zero our heading bug. Push the lobster. -2 degrees centigrade. I'm just playing around, see if I could get a little more heat generated somehow. See G-Sync up here showing up. 2983 it said. Okay. Got that changed. Miles. To the next waypoint. Put that over there. Oh, she gotta push that, huh? We're landing the altitude, is around 4,000 feet where we're landing. have you been, probably not, but watching that Karen Reed trial in Canton, close to Boston. It's been going on a while now, and I think it's the judge told the jury that the end of June. So it's got a ways to go. You know, I'm like the greatest generation, locked in a baby boomer body, or baby boomers. Yeah, baby boomers, same. We're pretty much the same. We got the same values and beliefs. But it seems like people feel like these what appear to be obvious guilty type people are they want to find a conspiracy in it for now. Okay, so for instance, that Karen Reed, there are so many people that think she's innocent, and that it was this group of law enforcement type people that associated, knew each other, some were friends, that this is all being covered up, that they did it, and they're framing Karen Reed. And I watched the trial, and so far, and I just don't buy the conspiracy theory. And I'm going by with what I've seen and what I've watched in the trial. In my opinion, I feel, let me see, do I say allegedly? I feel, allegedly, I don't know. My feelings are, with no proof, I have no proof, except things I've heard in the trial. I think she was wasted. And she was, because they've played some videos of times that she would be yelling at some other woman or something because jealousy of the boyfriend cop that, died. Now, I don't think she killed him. I mean, I'm 99.9% sure she did not kill him intentionally. It was an accident. was that she was dropping him off and they were fighting, and she was mad and she was drunk, and when she left, she pulled out and couldn't make the whole turn, like, and then backed up, you know, and did one of these type of things. And I think that when she backed up, she unknowingly hit him. Because her taillights is broken. That's what, and then which makes sense, because the right side of his face was swollen, his orbital, you know, the eye socket area and stuff. And that's what I think happened. And then he stumbled off away from the street up to the and ended up, you know, passing out in the freezing cold. It snowed, and he froze to death, plus the injury. That's what I think. And then I see these other people, they're trying, that Bryan Kohberger of the Ford college students that were murdered. There's people saying he didn't do that. And it appears they got quite a bit of evidence. And it's, so at any rate, there's another one that's like,
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha descend and maintain 5,100 feet.
Descend and maintain 5,100 feet. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Up a little bit, 100, 500 feet, probably 400 would be fine.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your descent 5,100 feet.
Wow. You don't leave any, any room for me to make a decision here on, you want me down that fast? Okay. See if they yell at me still, but I'm going down 600 feet per minute now. Oh, discretion, that's what I was. You don't allow me to have any discretion in this? Now, with that, I'm absolutely convinced that Trump, what they're doing to Trump is wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. What they're doing to him is wrong. All politically motivated. They have to just, you gotta have think tanks coming up with all these ideas and ways to charge him with stuff. Because they either want to make him go broke, they want to convict him of something that he would be ineligible to run for president, or lock him up in jail or house arrest so he can't campaign. It's wrong. Back to school. Hey.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha descend and maintain 5,700 feet.
Hang on one second. I'm gonna hit that thing. I gotta,
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you copy?
yeah, I did.
Descend and maintain 5,700 feet Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
They just told me to go to
Cessna
51.
Golf Sierra Alpha climb and maintain 6,400 feet.
Boy, they are mixed up. This, the ATC on this MSFS is pretty bad.
Climb and maintain 6,400 feet Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
What did they say? 6,400. Okay.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, you are 300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 6,400 feet, altimeter 29.82.
Okay. Turn the autopilot, nav, and altitude 6,400, vertical speed.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you copy?
Yeah, I did.
Descend and maintain 6,400 feet Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Oh, nav's not on.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you hear my last transmission?
Yes.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Altitude. 5,000. Okay. Cool.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, please expedite your descent 5,000 feet. Hey, RNAV. I haven't read up about it. I usually do the localizer. Does RNAV do the glide slope? I'm gonna. Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, climb and maintain 5,600 feet.
Oh, I see a glide slope. Yeah. I can see why they want me to go up to 5,600 feet.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, please acknowledge.
Alright.
Climb and maintain 5,600 feet Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, climb and maintain 5,000 feet.
I'm getting pretty close to that thing there, that red. So 5,600 vertical speed.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, did you copy?
Yeah, you know, I'm having a little trouble following you. I can't fix stupid, okay? And the directions, I think you're drunk.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha, acknowledge last transmission.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet Cessna Golf Sierra
Yeah,
Alpha.
oh, now, okay, now I'm not gonna, well, that's because I'm climbing too. I can leave it there at 5,200. Vertical speed. That sure looks awful close to me. Why am I not seeing red there? I guess I'm gonna make it.
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha climb and maintain 5,600 feet.
You believe that?
Cessna Golf Sierra Alpha IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated.
Oh.
Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Where am I going to? Seidel, isn't it? Seidel traffic. Oh, I don't even think they have a tower. No. Well, let's see what happens. All right, let me go up. Vertical speed 700 feet. Let me go ahead and we'll get close enough. We're gonna go full rich here. Runway 21. Announce, okay.
Charlie Yankee Delta Lima traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha 12 miles northeast 5,900 feet inbound to land runway 21.
Okay, glide slope's coming down. maybe I have to, do I have to hit approach still? Oh, okay. Told you I'm not familiar with RNAV. Flight level change. I don't know. Let's see. Is it gonna go down? No. Oh, VNAV. I wonder if that might do it. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this by turn the autopilot off. And let's, where's it at? Oh, I see it. Flaps down. Okay. I think I missed. Either I missed it or it's just up here. Yeah, looks like it's probably right there. Those are the Pappy lights. I guess, doesn't look like there's a taxiway. I guess, I forgot some communications here.
Charlie Yankee Delta Lima traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra Alpha is clear of the runway.
Now I got myself over here on this, I'm gonna hit those lights. Oh well. We made it. Alright. We made it. It's a miracle.